Welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeauge. We had a short break, but we're back after the first game. We're missing someone because Shane is working really hard to try and make his spaceship come. And I hope that he actually... Oh, he did. Okay, he's here, guys. Shane, I have to remind you that the reason why you got the spaceship is when Lumi got his spaceship, you said, well, you know, but he got a Lego thing to build, and when I had to build something, you know, it was something that wasn't Lego, it was actually meant for adults and stuff. And so now you got your own Lego.
Yeah, I'm way happier with this actually.
Okay, so how is it going?
Pretty good. Got Darth Vader and his boys just chilling in some sort of soon-to-be spaceship.
Is that Darth Vader's son behind him?
Yeah, it's his brother.
Okay.
Tom Vader.
Why do you have two? Wait, I can check.
What?
Ahem. There's all the characters on here.
Oh, let me learn. I need to read up on this.
It is an Imperial Navy trooper.
Called Tom Vader.
Is that actually his brother?
Yeah, it is.
No, it is an Imperial Navy trooper.
In Star Wars 2.
Pretty common name.
Yeah, in Star Wars 2, they showed the brother kind of relationship.
The new Star Wars that's coming out, is it after or before?
I want to read this.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen it.
No,
I don't know.
Is it going to be after or before?
I don't know.
I actually think it's going to be after.
After, please. Okay, produce like after. Come on.
Okay.
It's gonna be after. I just heard.
That was actually... It's exhausting.
This making this.
Yeah.
Were you able to watch the game?
Somewhat.
Somewhat, but you were more focused on like, what's this? Why is it loose?
That's not Tom.
It's
That's
very
Imperial
hard.
Navy trooper.
I just said that, wasn't it?
Tom Brady.
You just naming
Brady's
him.
his other name.
Did you just not have a different name? Okay, so Hani, you did watch the game. What do you think about NoLogicGaming not being able to have the good start that they had and also not taking the game?
I think besides the draft that I mentioned earlier, where I felt like there was some sort of inconsistency with their 5-on-5 potential, they did have a pretty good start. TA got a lot of farm, they got the Aegis, and then they decided to go for a base push to get Monkey Freedom Fighters back into the base, and then Slaughter for some reason dove the base, and that's kind of where the game shifted.
I saw that.
He gets Glimpse back. Wisp could have potentially teleported him out. He wasn't on time, but it wasn't his fault to begin with. And I think on top of that, then Monkey Freedom Fighters got momentum. They pushed the they pushed the towers. They do have a lot better 5-on-5. Yeah, that was kind of a big problem for them.
So even though I think we all agreed it was kind of outdrafted, I thought NLG played the early game good enough.
Yeah,
the early blink on Slaughter was key. And to me, if they actually got like a tier 3 or maybe even a melee Rex, they would have been at even footing at keeping the momentum and probably just winning the game off of that.
Even with how the game was going, I was just questioning the Bounty Hunter pick because I didn't think it just fits.
And it felt like it didn't do anything, right?
Yeah, it didn't really do that much.
What would you have liked to see instead?
Instead of Bounty Hunter, a hero such as Bane, which they played previously, is
and
also...
was not banned nor picked?
Yeah, it's a good setup hero for a Wisp relocate. You have a long grip ulti. Sleep is also a good setup skill. It also helps Wisp, which is very squish in the early game. You can help out lanes, and for the later portion of the game against a Luna, Enfeeble is also a very strong spell. The Luna, you pretty much negate the entire physical part.
What about something like Jakiro or something to help them get a bit of base push?
Sure, yeah.
Like, Jakiro would have also worked with Darkseer as a combo.
It could vacuum into the combo, yeah.
Is that so? Execution kind of fell short here too, not just the draft, you feel?
Next to draft, execution, I think Wisp play a bit worse than yesterday.
We kind of hyped the Wisp up a lot since yesterday. Maybe we were expecting too much?
You expect more. Yeah. When you had the previous day where Spartan definitely had an A game with the Wisp. Today, I guess unfortunate was one part where it was on his behalf, but I also think that he had a few relocates that could have ended better.
Yeah, the one where he forgot to take the Templar Assassin with him, for example. On the bot lane, that was very sad. But yeah, so next game, what do you hope to see here? What do you hope to see different apart from perhaps no IO and something different? Lumi, what do you want?
I mean, I'm going to repeat what I said earlier, which is less greedy drafts.
Okay.
I feel like NLG's draft was very greedy. It worked sort of with them this time because they had a good early game. I'm surprised by the choice that it wasn't a Tusk Undying dual offlane. from Monkey Freedom Fighter. With that said, they did shut down the Darkseer very hard with the Undying kind of moving to the bottom lane.
Yeah.
So I understand from that. But yeah, back to NLG side, just keep it simple. Don't need a draft, like kind of all in greed, which is kind of what they had in game 1.
Okay, we're gonna find out if that's gonna happen because we are in the draft. Fresh start for NoLogicGaming and Monkey Freedom Fighters, of course, trying to take it to a 2-0. I think most of the predictions here, well, Hani, you said it was going to be 2-0 in favor of Monkey Freedom Fighters. What did you think it was going to be?
We just said one game. We just
Yeah, but I mean before the series started.
Yeah, before did I go with Monkey Freedom Fighters?
We all went with two.
No. I mean 2-0. You went for this particular game. For example, Owen said it was going to be 2-0 in favor of NoLogicGaming, and you said I'm going to be on the other side.
That is actually very true. I did say that.
Yeah, I remember.
But
And so far, it does look a little bit different. We have a Queen of Pain banned out for Monkey Freedom Fighters, who are this time on the dire side. First pick will go to Monkey Freedom Fighters, however, who did ban out Queen of Pain previous game themselves on the Radiant side.
So I think NoLogic in this spot last game banned out the Night Stalker.
They did. But they had first pick last game.
Yeah,
that's true. So we'll see if they kind of adjust a little bit different.
I think you bang Darks here, right? Because of the style NoLogic like to play. They like to play, that aggressive support roaming.
But what Lumi mentioned as well last time, if you leave both of those in and Night Stalker as well, you have a chance of picking up 2 of the 3. If Monkey Freedom Fighters pick up 1 of the 3.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think Darks here, is too much trouble for you.
Dire team pick.
do they play? Does Demon play Brood at all?
I'm not sure.
I think it's hard to handle with a ping.
Sure.
A lot of micro and stuff.
Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, but
time,
you sit in the tree half the time though, so maybe you're okay with it.
Night Stalker.
Radiant team pick.
I like that though. I think it really fits their playstyle. They like to be active, they like to be aggressive, and they like to be it early on as well. So first nighttime, I'm expecting that Night Stalker.
Do you remember the game Yapsor played? It was like, I think the first time we saw him in Dream League, and he was like the first night after that, he was like 7-0 or something like that.
Yeah, him on the Night Stalker.
He's a monster on the hero.
Well,
so Wisp again, no surprise.
Maybe the previous game was just a warm-up game, and there's the Tiny, there's the combination. They want to take straight away.
I'm actually wondering if that's the Excalibur.
I think it is.
Tiny.
He does play it for them, yeah. When we see
does.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it.
No.
I hear some sort of laughter in your voice.
Yeah, why are you not a fan of it?
He really enjoys playing the hero.
Okay.
I remember watching quite a few
right?
of your games where he played Tiny.
Yes.
Can you explain?
And I think he overstays his welcome a lot of the times, where he thinks that he farms a lot.
Okay.
And then
5 seconds remaining.
the combos were just not on par to that extent. But maybe he has improved.
I mean,
he obviously enjoys playing the hero.
It's like a year and a half ago, right? You know?
Yeah, it's quite a while back.
It does blow up the Ember pretty fast.
Well, the thing, I actually like Ember Spirit against Tiny, I know.
How come?
Because you can escape very easily from the relocate with the Spirit. You can also use the Searing Chains to lock both of them down.
I guess Io dies fairly fast to an Ember.
But you will always need a hero that will deal physical damage next to an Ember.
Yeah,
because
to
Ember can never man up against that combo.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
You can
very,
kite
very
them
hard.
very easily though. Like Tiny never really, like when do you go BKB on Tiny? It's quite late, you know what I mean, into your item progression.
If you have to, you don't
After
want
Ix,
to go
maybe.
for it.
Yeah.
Often you have to go for it.
Yeah.
If Manta's not the choice, then there's a heavy like stun lockdown, then you probably have to go for a BKB. But it's not a you don't want to go for the item unless you really have to. Because follow-up item obviously next to Naganims is going to be a Kurias.
Yep.
Very common, and then maybe something towards lifesteal crit.
So against Night Stalker, what kind of support? Like for me, I think like Witch Doctor is pretty good with the team. You know, the sustain, and it's kind of like a block pick against Tiny IO as well.
Wouldn't you want?
It could be the Disruptor as well.
Winter Wyvern as well. These heroes are just amazing against Tiny IO.
No, a support hero that we don't see that often that I really like against Night Stalker is Vengeful Spirit. You got a solid stun, you got the minus armor that will really help.
Against Night Stalker.
Against Night Stalker, yeah, in particular. That being said, Disruptor is one of their go-to heroes as well. I would definitely.
I was gonna actually. I didn't mean to pick the Disruptor here for NoLogic, but for Monkey Business.
Okay.
Monkey Business. Monkey Freedom Fighters.
Wait, do you not think Disruptor is amazing against Ember Spirit as well?
It is good. The problem I have with Wisp partners, I think Disruptor is a a weaker hero that needs levels.
Okay.
I just
Last
like to
game.
have more, like more of a sustaining hero. I think
Like Witch Doctor.
Witch, Dazzle, something that's strong on the side of a Wisp.
Last game, Monkey Freedom Fighters did go for the Disruptor, also in return, like in counter of an IO pick. I feel like if NoLogicGaming does not pick up the Disruptor,
Or Bane.
probably Monkey Freedom Fighters will pick it up instead.
Yeah, I also do believe they are talking about exactly that.
Mhm.
That if we don't pick it up right now, we will face the Disruptor
Yeah.
most likely.
But we really like Bane.
It also works really well. That's where Nightstalk Disruptor works really well together. You have
Ooh.
nighttime.
In
you
case
get
you're
a
wondering why they're
glimpse.
taking so long to pick a hero, is the draft is paused. That's why the counter is not taken down, because the captain disconnected on the side of, well, one of the sides. Who
Extra
knows,
free
really?
thinking time.
Yeah, it's actually
It's actually really good.
yeah. Strategic unplug the
It's
internet.
like halfway through the draft, you can actually discuss the bans way more than you normally would be able to, I guess. And it's blue that disconnected.
Okay.
Spartan.
Yeah, I think the Disruptor pick is actually very important for both teams.
Actually, can you? What if Spartan is not in the Skype group or in the TeamSpeak? Then they can't.
Well,
they're
he's the
discussing-
captain. He's like, maybe just, they're all talking. They're like, well, I want to play Disruptor, I want to play Bane. And he's like, I need silence. So he unplugs his internet, just sits there, and he does like
And
some
there
sort
we
of
go.
graphs on
There we
a
go.
board or something.
He drew the graphs, and it was
Yeah.
Disruptor that came out of it. I like it though.
Yeah.
We saw Milan play that yesterday. It was really strong, and I think it would just be too much of a hassle to play against it, because they want to run in and
Yeah,
fight, and you
it's
can't
tough.
do that with the Disruptor.
Now they've Bane though in the pool, and like Bane is amazing. You go against Wisp Tiny. I think you just completely like sleep the Tiny, control him, and then just kite him around.
You'd do that instead of like still on the side of Monkey.
Oh,
Freedom
Oh,
okay.
Wind
Fighters.
Drive-In, yeah.
Massive
Radiant
counter to
team
Tiny IO.
pick.
You just curse the IO, and the Tiny turns around and starts beating him down
Mhm.
with a tree.
That's one, or just pretty much the physical damage protection.
Exactly. Yeah. There's two ways. you
Early
can-
on, it's not that great. If Tiny goes for dagger,
Yeah, that's
if he
true.
grabs
But
the dagger early and you just jump someone, it's hard to do against an Ember for sure.
You can also just use the nuke on someone, and it hits both of them as well. You know?
Yeah.
That's very
10 seconds remaining.
For the side of NoLogicGaming here,
5
what kind of
seconds
core are we
remaining.
looking at next to Tiny Wisp?
good. I want someone that creates space.
Reserve time.
You know what I mean? Someone that gets the action going. Who's decently timed. Someone with us.
I mean, if this was
What do
like
we got?
Alliance, I would say something like a Bat Rider,
Yep.
because I really like
Okay.
Hard Initiator. Okay.
So
Dire team pick.
Is this
yesterday we
core
had
Lich?
a core Bane. I think this time we might be looking at a core Lich.
Or is that a Core Disruptor?
Oh.
I would.
I've never
like
seen a
to
Core
s-
Disruptor before.
I've seen a core Lich before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like years ago. It used
Yeah,
to be
yeah, yeah.
solo mid lich was a
I
thing.
mean, it could be an offlane Lich.
Yeah, just solo offlane lich.
Yeah, yesterday we saw.
It's quite annoying actually for Ember. You just sit there,
Mm-hmm.
XP stolen, XP stolen, XP stolen.
10 seconds remaining.
Every 30 seconds you
But
do
if it's an
that.
offlane Lich, then you still need something to go with that Disruptor.
5 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
On the safe lane?
Though I do think that you have a lot of opportunities with Disruptor,
Reserve time.
I would say that you want to have some kind of jump. That could help.
Okay.
The problem with that though is that you might end up being too melee focused. In the last game, you had a TA as well as Slaughter, and then the Sigil controlled both heroes really well. You could see in the earlier fights where TA was just hitting the Sigil because she was not dealing any damage, and that's often a problem. So maybe a ranged carry, ranged physical damage could help, or even something like I mean, a considerable hero like a Queen of Pain could be something as well. Queen of is banned,
Do you
so you
feel
get
like
another magic factor.
there could be a chance that Lich will be safe lane solo with Disruptor plus one on the off lane?
Lich safe lanes.
I think if you're looking for a safe lane solo, you would not pick the Lich.
Okay.
Because
I also think Lich on a safe lane just often seems.
What's the point?
You think it's very safe because you farm under the tower,
Yeah.
but you actually get dove. People just dive you, and
I was gonna say
Radiant
something
team
like
back.
Invoker in the safe lane because it gives them the initiation and control and a range core. But now with the brew being picked up, I feel like the lanes are gonna be
think,
too
yeah.
hard.
It's very difficult. Maybe
They like Necrophos?
initiators.
I think
what
they're
about
fine
Axe?
if Axe is still in there to lane against the Brood.
Yeah.
Axe Disruptor can
5
work.
seconds
They
remaining.
had Garter as Necrophos yesterday in the game as well. Does decent.
about
That's true. Yeah.
Reserve time.
LC in the safe lane?
pretty good.
LC's banned out.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Necrolite is a decent pick. Axe is pretty good. They both have,
Even I actually think Tidehunter could also work.
yeah, a bit of. Then you're kind of
throwing it back to old school. Tide, Lich.
all in with the tiny though.
Yeah, they are. At this point, they are already all in, right? Because they picked up a Lich core.
At least that gives them a lot of control. Disruptor,
Dire team
Disruptor
ban.
ulti. I mean, Tide jumps, Disruptor ulti on top of that.
Yeah.
That's a combo that could work. They probably will ban something Brute related now though on this side of Monkey Freedom Fighters.
What about someone like
10
Viper?
seconds
Just
remaining.
send them solo safe lane Viper.
Against the Brute,
Is it not?
5
Can you not
Only
max
not
it as
that?
passive? It's not that. No, it's no.
you will just.
With the Lich as well.
It's actually one of the worst.
You don't
lanes
have a way to
ever.
clear the spiders and
What
you'll still die.
You just like it's so
No,
terrible
no.
for Viper.
So you put the Lich. Okay, it's hard. I don't
Can
know.
you do Alchemist here? Forget about initiating, right? You just like go
Team
out carry them.
And do or
and then just the ching ching,
Yeah.
ching ching.
Mixture of poison, toxic.
Because I feel like
Axe banned. Yeah, so that's clearly the Brute counter that they banned here. I like Tidehunter. 5-on-5 control. Brute will not do much in the later portion of the game, and you still have a fairly easy time with Tide.
10 seconds remaining.
But you're not gonna stop Brute from farming. It's hard. It's actually hard.
5 seconds
okay,
remaining.
this is.
Gyrocopter could be something as well. Gyro, okay damage.
What about Meepo?
Reserve time.
Meepo is actually good. It's
Yeah,
actually
Meepo
This
really
is
is-
Excalibur's team, right? Like.
yeah, but he's gonna play tiny.
Well, they.
Right.
I mean,
Centaur.
Okay.
center it is.
Dire
Right. So
Not
the
bad.
weight,
Yeah,
the
it's
weight
not
of
bad.
entire team is on Tiny's back. Like he cannot get blinked.
It's
This
a lot
game.
on Centaur as well. If Centaur doesn't have a good game, they'll have no initiation for the
Well,
real
you can
Brute
always
needs to work.
toss him in.
Brute needs to watch
True.
out a lot in the earlier portion of the game. Centaur at level 2, his damage output is actually very high. So if you get glimpsed back into a stun, you can die quickly.
And even if he doesn't get the
10
farm blink, I mean, the
seconds
toss will be there. If they want to fight early, if Monkey Freedom Fighters forces them to
5
fight early,
seconds remaining.
you can get the. You can toss someone in on the disruptor
Reserve time.
target, right? On the disruptor Thunderstrike target. Even though you don't
Yes.
see the vision around, you can like, for example, Brood gets a Thunderstrike, Tiny is there, you can toss the center in and you get the kill. Rather, you get the stun and the kill
Yeah.
follow up.
Kind of works.
What do we like here for Monkey Freedom Fighters last pick? Oh, never mind, it's a Bristleback. That's been a while since we've
This
seen that one.
game, like so many manly heroes.
So it's a
This is gonna be hilarious.
Bristol.
be
Oh,
great.
who did that? S4 played.
Bristol
mid
mid against Tiny.
Asp, yeah.
Yeah, it's alliance.
Yeah, and then they're gonna do that. So which draft do we like better, guys?
Monkey Freedom Fighters. I think they're gonna win. I think it's too much weight on Excalibur's shoulders. And,
Okay.
And Garter. They need to do so much.
They miss the physical damage. I think on the side of NoLogicGaming, just because you have Winter Raven that will control Tiny.
Yeah.
So I would go with Monkey Freedom Fighters.
I think Monkey Freedom Fighters got the better draft as well. I think, what is it? NLG, they're very cooldown dependent. Feels like Centaur ult, they depend on it 100% to get things done. So, but that said though, I really like Centaur and I haven't seen him for a while. So just kind of clutching it out, I'm going to say NLG.
Okay, well, we're gonna find out which team is gonna take it in our second game of Monkey Freedom Fighters taking on NoLogicGaming with Andy and Owen.